Let's talk about single men today and the reasons they could find themselves in the friend zone. Women are drawn to good guys because of the advantages they may provide as backups, and option B, women are drawn to bad guys because they offer excitement and adventure. That's their plan A. There's no other way to it. Women are fascinating because they have such a wide range of perspectives and ideas about good guys. They think it's appropriate to start a family with the good guys once they've had their fair measure of pleasure with the bad boys during their adolescence and early adulthood. Here, the good guys make certain crucial assumptions, most of which are rather right if you look closely. For instance, the nice guy will have checked off every item on society's fictitious checklist for successful nice guys. Attending a respectable college or university is part of this. Avoiding drugs and persons who could negatively affect those around them. It also includes having lucrative businesses of their own or being highly paid at large corporations. And perhaps more significantly, that there will always be good guys waiting for the girl they've liked since high school, the girl they've watched fall for terrible guys one after another, to understand that their future is with the one decent person who waited for her. They are aware that, at the age of 35, these women have no other choice, and that's the only reason they don't want them. How sad is that? They were aware that the nice person would be there for them at all times. Through high school and into college, they persisted in flirting with him. Although they never slept with them, they did share a few mild personal moments with them to keep them close by. The good guys were obvious to these women, and they picked one or two of them to serve as their long-term backups. They partied with the bad boys and had the time of their lives, but they were aware that one day they might be done with the bad boys and might require a stable partner who they could settle down with. They were confident that the nice guy who was waiting for them in life would be financially stable, possess a respectable home and vehicle, and remain in love with the woman in order to genuinely care for her for the rest of her days. And because of this, gentlemen, these single good guys spend the most of their lives being friend-zoned. They make themselves so readily available to the female they like that they are abused on many levels. Then, these men convince themselves that their love for the girl is pure love, which endures despite the fact that she is having relationships with several terrible males, to explain their infatuation with her. They make themselves available for these girls whenever and wherever they want. They show her parents respect, bring them expensive gifts, and act politely and chivalrously toward them. Guys. Women detest the item. They don't want a guy to treat her with excessive reverence. She wants the guy to take charge and dominate her with his machismo. That is what activates them. The only issue for women, however, is that their favorite bad boys rarely have stable financial situations or other issues like disloyalty. A woman's fantasy, I assure you, is to turn the bad boy into the nice guy exclusively for her. For them, it's like a fantasy come true. For them, the dream is to tame the beast. But that almost never happens in real life. The beast remains a beast for the most part of his life, and continues his wild escapades well into his 30s and 40s, making him unsuitable for women to settle down with. And this is why women turn towards the good guys that they had friend-zoned back in college. And these guys are just waiting around the corner to be with the love of their lives. Now, if the option was between a bad guy or an alpha male, between a man who was incredibly attractive, tall, dark, and handsome, but had all the wrong tattoos, made all the wrong decisions, and was the alpha male on the college campus, and a man who would be a successful good guy banker, 99% of women would still choose the bad guy. This is because the bad boy poses a challenge for women. It also brings them adventure and excitement when she's with him. He's more adventurous in bed and in life. He goes after what he wants, doesn't take no for an answer, and knows how to actually have a good time. Bad guys are boring. They're into the boring stuff that only gives them more access to knowledge, education, and building wealth, which is boring for most women. But women keep an eye out for these boring types because they know one day their bad boy will probably be working for this boring good guy. But the good guys who have been friend-zoned all their lives should be careful of these women. Because these women will soon get bored, and will eventually start looking for the fun they're used to having. Unfortunately, our society encourages young girls to get drunk and figuratively sleep with the entire varsity football team in their college dorms while they are still in junior high and high school. Despite this, they still want to be able to come out later in life and present themselves as wives or as wife material. This is not possible. These folks still believe that you can change a thought into a housewife despite the fact that we all know this is impossible. That is, there are 5 times as many women as men using the dating apps like Tinder and Bumble, which are overrun with female users. When they feel that their SMV has decreased and when they pitch themselves to good men and desire to find that good man wherever he has gone, they will offer themselves up as wife material to the good man. In reality, women despise the good man. Yet he is able to support them because he adheres to the beta male philosophy, and a woman who wants to start a family puts safety and security first. At their age, they value security and safety. They would love for the bad guy to give them safety and security, but they are aware that the likelihood of that happening is quite remote. When they decide to settle down with a good man, they quickly realize that the good man is boring because they know that bad guys will cheat in front of them and that they will keep banging their heads against the wall until they decide that their priority is to have a stable life that can only be possible with a good guy. But the truth is, the good guy isn't all that daring or masculine in bed. These women cannot get the same delights from that good man as they did from the bad guy. But it's not like the good guy lacks in other departments. He covers all of the expenses related to travel and childcare, and he also contributes to raising the children. He has given this wife a wonderful home and a great small car or SUV. She liked the good guy, but she doesn't want him with fire in her heart. She despises this man for what he represents in her life, stability that she never thought she'd have. Because to women, stability is boring. She would rather be with the bad boy, tame him, make him into the good guy, and like an adventurous life. And if she's with the good guy and wants to be with the bad boy, and this decent man will let her because he isn't or doesn't want to be the dominant one in the relationship, he would tell her, "I have faith that you would never act against my orders. I have faith that you would never act in a way that would hurt my feelings." Although they would miss those crazy times, women must settle down with this impoverished beta decent man who is supplying everything she is unable to provide for herself. She likes that person, yes, but she doesn't love them, and that's the situation as it stands. If she wants protection and security, she must deal with good guys. If she decides, and most women don't, that she doesn't desire protection and security, nevertheless, they will have their fun with the bad boys. And when she gets tired of them, she will realize that her biological clock has started to slow down. It is then that she will decide to look for those good guys who are always around trying to win them over. And those good guys will have moved on and realized how they can do better with their lives. Men care about the truth at their core. They are open to accepting the truth so long as it is supported by reliable data and a convincing argument. Women value believing what makes them feel good. They perceive what they want to perceive and hold the opinions they hold dear. Because of how differently they view the world from men, facts won't really matter. Thanks for watching the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.